Hi, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mount Billy Knight. Welcome back to the 10-minute River City Chat. Again, I always enjoy doing these chat sessions with you, because it's always exciting to give you more information about what is going on in our city. We just finished up our football season, our Peewee football season. We had another great year. You had another champion. The 9 and 10-year-olds, they brought back the gold from the Super Bowl, they call it, game that they had over in Louisiana. We are proud of those kids because every year our kids are getting better and better. And what happens now, this is the beginning of our high school, having a good football program again. If you start these kids off in Peewee, really learning the fundamentals of the game, they only build on that and get better. From Peewee, to junior high, and from junior high to high school. If they start as early as we're starting these kids now, just expect within another 4 or 5 years, you're going to start having kids that, are really good at the game because they started early, they got the fundamentals down, they understand the game, they had good coaches, and we're going to be able to see this winning as we have seen way back in the past. Back in the past, when we were winning so much, we had 2 junior high schools, and those junior high schools was winning. They was playing well at that level. And when they got to the high school, it was just a matter of giving them a ball and say, go out there and do your thing. So we got to get back to that, and it starts very early in this Peewee program. So now our recreation program is up and going. Thanks to that 2% tax that all of you voted for, 86% of you voted for us to have that 2% tax. And what that does is allow us to really bring our programs back like this and really put it into our kids, put it into our senior citizens, put it into our young adults. And when you do that, you get these kind of results. So I'm proud of, our recreation department and the staff, all the volunteers that we have, they're making this thing work. And speaking of volunteers, I want to thank the coach, Brian Cosley, who's the commissioner of football. He's out there working his tail off every day to make that program work and to keep it organized. All the coaches, and that is the football coaches and the cheerleader coaches, all of our parents that are involved in our program are volunteers. They don't get paid to do this work. They're volunteered. All of our coaches, cheerleader coaches, and football coaches, they're volunteers. They're parents. And they're doing it because, of course, they love their children, but they also want to have a good quality program for their children. And I want each one of you all to know how much I appreciate all the effort and the time that you put in, because it is a sacrifice. It is a sacrifice that you have to make, and I understand that. And I thank you for it. But I tell you what, the time and the effort that you're putting in, we all going to be better for it. Because when you pour that kind of time into your children, they are better because of that. They're learning from your examples because you're there with them every day. And when they grow up, they'll know that's what they need to do with their children. So you're setting a good example. So I appreciate you doing that. And you're really helping our city move our recreation program forward. And we want to continue to do that with all of our sports, baseball, basketball, the soccer, we're going to get started. The pickleball, we're going to start for the adults. All of those things that we have, we need volunteers to help support those things and staff those things. And we want to do that. So we thank all of the coaches, the cheerleader coach, as well as the football coaches. We thank you all so much for doing that. And then they started a new program. They started a new trophy, an award program for one of the old coaches that they used to have some time ago. As my understanding, his name was Mr. Drake Anderson, who was one of the great coaches that volunteered for years in the program. And they started giving an award in Mr. Anderson's name. And the first coach to get that award was Mr. Diskega Lett. I probably mispronounced that name. But Coach Lett has been doing an outstanding job, I understand, to a point that his peers chose him to get that first trophy. So Congratulations, Coach. So I'm proud of all of that. We got off to a good start. We closed the program out, this past week at Pelican Landing. It was a packed house with children and the parent and grandparent, and it was great to see them all there. They all had a great time. They got their trophies. They had food to eat. They all had a great time. So again, I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad we're able to get our recreation program up and going. And look, we're just beginning. There's much more in store to really get our program back the way it ought to be. We're not there yet. We still got a lot of work to do, but we're on the right track. Let me take this opportunity also to kind of give you an update on our tornado, where we are with that tornado relief, where we are with the debris pickup. And, we had houses that had to be demolished. We had a total of 18 houses that had to come down. We had 8 houses that were able to rebuild. We're in the process of taking those houses down that we can take down. Now, some of the houses we're not able to take down because the families do not have a clear title to the property. So those houses we're not going to be able to take down until we get a clear title, or the families or the owners of the house, those that think they're the owner of the house, have clear deeds to the house. Those houses that can be rebuilt, we're trying to assist the families in rebuilding their home. Now, once these houses that are going to be demolished are down, we're going to have one more debris pickup. A lot of people are wondering if we're going to have another round of pickup and when. The answer is yes, we're going to have another round of pickup, but we're not sure when that is because it all depends on when we get that last house demolished. Because we don't want to have the debris company to come back and start picking up debris without being able to pick up all of the debris from the torn down homes. Because we don't want to leave that debris on the street without someone picking it up. So we think it's going to be sometime early December when that happens, but I'll come back to you and let you know so that you will know when they make sure that any debris that you have in your yard that might be lingering, that you will get it to the curving on the street so that we can make that one last round of debris pickup. So just know there will be one more round of debris pickup, and I will let you know when that is, because we really want to clean up our city. I hope we can do it before Christmas because we know, we all have a lot of company coming in for Christmas. We want the place to look as well as it can, and so we want to assist in that as much as we can. So we will have one more round of debris pickup that we think once they start that process, will take 2 or 3 days to finish it all up. So take this opportunity now to push all that debris to the curving of your property, because the debris pickup can't go on private property. So get it to the street so they can easily get to it, and we're going to have one more round of pickup. I will let you know when that is. Right now, we think it might be the 1st of December. But we got to get those houses demolished that are qualified to be demolished. And once that is done, we're going to have that one round of pickup. So the people that have problem with tornado, with damage that demolish their home or homes that can be repaired, the city is in the process of helping them in every way we can to get back on their feet. We want to thank all the volunteers that have come in to help us in some kind of way. Again, we do not do it by ourselves. We cannot do it by ourselves. And we've had a lot of volunteers to come in to help us with this process. So we thank them for that. And we'll continue to give you updates on how this is going until we are satisfied that we pretty much got this behind us. But that's the latest on our tornado debris pickup and the latest on our tornado overall. And we're helping people as much as we can to get back on their feet. We're all in this together. and we're going to continue to work together to get our people back to a living situation that they can desire without a lot of difficulty. Thank you for joining me again on the 10-minute Silver River City Chat. Until next time, have a good day.